Sorry. I like this one. That one's cute too. I'm not
That's what I want to. Oh.
Holy moly. Oh, they're so cool.
Oh my god, it's a train. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Yes.
Videos. Which is, oh god, what were the other ones? Alleys. In order to, continue on their legacy. I love this print. Oh, this is adorable.
7 years old? Nice.
Oh, I found beer fabric and thought of Graham.
Is this one of the ones for sale?
Hold my seam ripper. Love. I love pencils. I love yo-yos.
I do love yo-yos. Oh, they have little buttons too. Oh. Wow, fun. So nice. I have a haul. We're gonna go through it. In no particular order, I don't think. Some of this is my partner's, some of this is mine. All of it is from Quilt Con. I cannot remember what booth. They kind of all blended together, if I'm being honest. Starting with this one, this is the selvage pattern from Ruby Star Society. I got a yard of this, and I had been looking at it online. I just thought it was so bright. I liked the stripes, but having all of the stripes be like a little bit different and kind of funky with whatever labeling they had. And so I was very surprised to see this in Quilt Con, but Quilt Con seemed to be sponsored by Ruby Star Society, so I guess it was not that surprising. Next, from the same spot, same vendor, I got the eggs in blue from Eggs and Friends Ruby Star Society. This is exactly what I was looking for. When we went to Quilt Con, none of my local quilt shops or fabric shops have the Eggs and Friends collection currently, so I took advantage of it at Quilt Con and I got a few of the prints. This is a yard, and then this one is also a yard, and this one is just in the light pink color, the one that is a little more pink rather than like the purpley, because there's two different like pinky colorways. At a different vendor, I got the Eggs and Friend charm packs. I got 2 of these, mainly because I wanted to get some of the other fabrics, but I didn't want to get a whole butt ton of them, but I liked a lot of these from the collection. I just didn't want a yard or a half a yard because I didn't think I would need that much of it. But I really like the darker background designs, and I liked these smiley faces and this one in pink, wherever that is. And also the sprinkles. Oh, so cute. Oh yeah, this is like the purpley one that I was talking about. So you can see that there's like a slight difference, and I liked this pink one better. To the Duckadilly Liberty Fabrics booth, and I have never had Liberty Fabrics before, so when I was like feeling the quality of it and it being so thin, but apparently 100% cotton, I was a little bit confused. However, I don't mind. I'm fine with working with other fabrics as long as it's not stretch fabric yet, because I'm not comfortable with that currently. But these are the fabric patterns that I got. Like, look, this one is directional. So it has the random house that I don't know what this is a part of. I just thought it was really cool. And then there's like clouds and ribbons all around it, a boat, moon, stars, some stars coming out with a rainbow. Very cute. I don't know what collection this is from, but it was all over the place, very popular, and I just don't know what this building is. So if you have any idea, please let me know. So this one, which I'm probably gonna use for Julie Albright, the American Girl, but like, look at that. The colorway is like so Julie. The flowers, floral, what have you, is like extremely 70s, or can be at least, depending on the style of garments and stuff that you use. It doesn't have to be dated, but this one, which I'm extremely excited for, it is like a bright Lisa Frank vibe with space, and I could not be more happy about this find. It is gorgeous, and I'm liking the Liberty fabric designs because they seem so intricate. Once again, I think Ruby Star was doing a collaboration or sponsoring Quilt Con, and so if you know anything about Ruby Star, it is very like simplistic designs, doesn't have a lot going on besides like some sort of animal patterns, fruit patterns, etc. And so in comparison to these Liberty fabrics that I was able to pick out, it is like night and day. We have a double one of this. This is for my partner. Have this. I'm not gonna open this one because you can basically see the pattern as is, but it's just a bunch of rainbow stars. I love a good organic, random, imperfect star shape. And then this one, my sister got one as well, but obviously I don't have her collection. I just have mine and my partner's, but this is like mini teacups. I'm pretty sure this is from their Alice in Wonderland collection. A couple different colorways for this. They had a teal background as well as a light pink version, and I just think that this dark pink really let the little details pop out as much as they possibly could in comparison to the other two colors, but obviously to each their own. I did see a couple of people picking up some of these are two of my partners. It's another one of this star fabric and this really, again, very Lisa Frank vibes with some unicorns, lions. I think this is a dragon, if I had to guess. But my partner's really into unicorns right now, and so it just kind of makes sense that she got this. Lastly, we went to a vendor that was a like reuse store pretty much, and so they just had like fabrics that are from either estate sales or other places, and so they were like vintage fabrics. We did get a good haul, mainly for doll clothes, which I am debating on selling, so if you have any opinions on that, please let me know, because I would love to know if anybody's actually interested if I do make doll clothes. Either way, let's go into this pile. They picked out this green and Christmassy bows. There are little gold stars on it that are barely visible as stars, and I think that is perfect for dolls because I'm very picky about scaling being proportionate. I think that it sometimes can look pretty childish in a fine way. Again, dolls are for children, but I think that if graphics are super, super blown out and big, it takes away from it being in the doll space, if that makes sense. Like, it's more for the collector or the kid rather than for the doll, and that's just a preference of mine. We also have this one, which my partner picked out as well. They are really into pink, and this one has tiny little swirls on it, and it's super, super cute and dainty. It is a black and blue, like a cobalt blue pattern, and it is so cute. I'm pretty sure, what is it called? Gingham, maybe? Then we have this one, which is very Kirsten vibes, in my opinion. It has a dark blue, some little kind of holly berries, but not necessarily, just some foliage and some hearts. And this is a directional fabric, rather than one that is non-directional, obviously. And I just think it is so, so pretty. And I think that, I'm excited to use this. I have Kirsten's dress patterns, like the Pleasant Company set. And so it might be fun to try to do a tutorial or pattern from that with this fabric. We have this one, also my partner's pick. I think most of the top portion is my partner's. I didn't get too many. I think that she got more, but anyways, this is green with some light foliage and darker foliage patches. And I think it's cute. The color is very nice. It reminds me of this set that I'll pull up. I can't remember, is it the like bridesmaid set or something? I'm not sure, but that's the vibe it's giving off. And so honestly, maybe we can make something similar. Next we have this one, which is also pretty Kirsten. It's a little bit more muted, I think, but it has some like basic floral leaf designs with some red. And then it has like a speckled blue in the back. This is the next one. It is a black and almost, I think, either natural or cream. And it has just like these tiny little geometric prints on it. And this kind of looks like ribbon is laced throughout it, like the darker black parts, which I think is nice. But this one is also a smaller bit. I think this was a fat quarter. Next, we have this yellow, which was a partner pick. I thought this was so cute. I can't fully grasp which doll this reminds me of. I think I'm leaning towards Addie a little bit. Unsure as to why. She's not really a yellow girly, but I don't know. I think the florals and maybe the mutedness of it is really nice and reminds me of her, but yeah, it's just some small flowers with some little red middles, and that's like the only color, and then it's like on a kind of sandy yellow background. This is one of my favorite picks from the entire QuiltCon. It is a light pink on a cream, pretty much, and I think this might be, yeah, this is like the same thing as this, it's just a different color variation. Absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to use this or have my partner use this and make something wonderful for the dolls. Next, we have this. I thought this was very cute. This was a partner pick as well, again with the pink, we should know. And this is very Felicity to me. This one is a little bit more like elegant, kind of gives Regency just a bit with how the florals work, like in comparison to this, which is more princessy looking. And so this one, I think they also have a doll in mind to make some sort of outfit with. And so I'm excited to see that. This one, also very Felicity. I think that this is so pretty. This reminds me of her original Me outfit. It has some purple florals, some blue shading in some of the florals, and then pink, and like a very nice muted green. And I think that this will complement Felicity very well, along with other dolls that have either like green eyes or maybe even some blue eyes. And it'll just be so, so pretty. This is a yard and almost a half, 1.4 yards. They had 2 of these, but we just got one, and it has the most beautiful light teal little flowers. If you can see, that is so cute and dainty. I'm so excited to use this. I think that this would be wonderful to do like either little curtains or some quilting, maybe like a quilt back would be really nice if I had, which I do, have like a grandma aesthetic doll or what have you. Honestly, this would kind of be cute for like Kit's bed, since that has like some green and stuff on it. This one also reminds me of Felicity, and I love this so much. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it on camera, but there are little gold specks that are reflective slash shimmery in a way, depending on how the light catches it. I don't know if I'll be able to catch it for the camera, I'm so sorry, but it has some beautiful greens and like a dark magenta floral, and I just love this. I think this would make a wonderful colonial outfit or even a modern style for Felicity. Next, this was a partner pick. It is a yellowy green muted color, and it has some swirl details on it. My partner said that this reminded them of Twilight a little bit, and I see that within these swirl designs, as well as the colors being very foresty and kind of like Bella's bowling shirt, if you know what I'm saying. And this, like the previous fabric, has a slight shimmer to some of the design in gold. Next, we have a little bit more of a kiddish vibe going on. This low-key reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's a little bit, which is kind of goofy, I'm not gonna lie. And it has these cute little rounded stars in purple, yellow, blue, and red, and it is just precious. I love this. I'm not sure what I would make with this. Probably more a quilt than a outfit or anything like that. Some sort of bedding or pillow maybe. This could be really good for like an 80s style bedroom or 90s, depending. I feel like Isabel or Nikki Hoffman might like it, just because of the little purple accents, but you never know. Next, I am so excited for this one. God. Okay, I'm so excited. Look at that little white. Oh my God, do you see this tiny white floral stuff? That is beautiful, okay? And it has this wonderful mix of like muted blues with these teal like pop out colors, and it's just all floral and whimsy, and it's 1 yard, which means that it's so much in terms of doll stuff, and I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite fabrics that I think I got out of the entire day that we were at Quilt Con, and I am just so excited to use this one. Next is probably gonna be judged, I will say that, but this one, I am obsessed with early 70s and 80s fabrics, and this one was very 80s, 90s to me, and I just had to get it. Obviously, this print is way too big for dolls, so this will have to be for myself type of project, and I don't mind that in any way. But I just, look how fun. This is some of my favorite, just, it's so good. I love a good weird jagged line. This was from a completely separate vendor from the one I just showed you. This is new fabric. I don't know what brand. I don't think it has any salvage. This is something that my partner picked out at a vendor booth. I'm not sure which one, but it was the only thing that they purchased, so who knows. But very cute. I'm excited to see what they do with this one, mainly because it is a little different from what they usually go for, so we'll see. We have 2 more fabrics. This is the second to last one that was picked out. Like the wear of it, by having it like slightly dark and slightly light in some places, really caught my eye. And then it has a very subtle stripe obviously looking at this, like, does this remind you of anybody in terms of dolls? If you answered Addie Walker, you would be correct. I looked at this fabric and I said, oh my god, I am going to make a modern version for Addie. I love Addie. I love her face mold. I love her story. She has some of the best outfit collections and furniture collections in the entire historical line. And I saw this and I immediately was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Lastly, we have this wonderful dark green fabric, similar to a Christmas fabric, I'm pretty sure. It has some red speckled dots. Half a yard, very nice. I think that this is honestly fantastic, and I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet, because again, it is a little more Christmassy, but I feel like you could make it un-Christmassy depending on what you match it with, what pattern you use, and even if it is Christmassy, I would not mind. So this is the whole entire pile of what I purchased at Quilt Con. I did not get any sort of supplies or materials. My friend who was with us with the purple hair, she did win an iron, which was like insane. So congrats to her. But I hope that you enjoyed watching this haul and this silly little vlog that I did, even though it was very goofy. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!